Oh, it's Wiltse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and we're live back here at the 2020 Pan NoGi Championships, Mat 2. We've got a quarterfinal match in the middleweight division. Mat 2 is Andrew Wiltse, excuse me, medium heavyweight division, I have to say, and is Andrew Wiltse up against Victor Cesar of Gracie Barra. Now, Wiltse, somewhat of an infamous figure, you know, a new black belt on the scene, got promoted here in 2020, but he's one of the best known members, star of the show, the Daisy Fresh documentary series that we have on Flow Grappling. And this is by far his biggest test as a black belt coming into the Pan NoGi tournaments, because he's only had super fights up until now.
Yep, no big brackets yet.
And he's done pretty good in those super fights. Let's not forget, you know, he's taken out some names like John Combs and Isaiah Wright. But, you know, you enter a tournament, it's a different animal, right, Kendall? Because it's not just one match. You can have multiple matches.
It changes everything. Those super fight, you know, you have time to prepare for one person. You're watching film. You're creating a game plan. And, you know, cardio-wise and exhaustion-wise, you know, you're going for, you know, maybe 10 minutes. Whereas here, you might have that 5 times in a row. And it changes a lot. You know, you see people clash differently when they're 4 matches deep than when they're on their first one. So he's but I mean, you guys probably watched the documentary. He has no shortage of cardio. Those guys train like crazy.
They really, really do, yeah. And you know, we see here. Look at this. This is
great mount control.
It is, right. The way that Victor was doing his absolute best to try and buck and roll, but just so solid from top, Andrew Wiltse. I like the way that he's tucking his toes in like that as well. It's a
like suctions, like suction cups. I always think of like a like an octopus. Like wherever they go, your feet follow their hips. But you don't see a ton of long-term mount control in the black belt divisions.
No, it's true.
Especially NoGi, I would say. It's a little more rare, but he has great mount control.
I believe that this is Wiltse's first match so far in the medium heavyweight division. He's potentially looking at, I think he should actually have a total of 3 matches to win gold here if he was to make his way all the way through into the final. His next match will be against Cameron Gilliam of GF Team, should he win this one. It's about 45 seconds left and 7-point up. But look at this, going for the arm. A nice escape there from the Gracie Barra black belt, Victor Cesar. But now 7 points to get back in 30 seconds, that's a tough task.
Yeah, there's a bit of a calculated risk on the arm, but I think you do it right. It's going to be fine. If you lost it, just come to the guard and right out the last 30 seconds. But you don't really see Wiltse like doing much riding out, right? He's very active. He's always attacking. Which is one of the things I love about his style. You don't see, you know, his 2 points and stalling for the rest of the fight from him. Very active. I love watching him.
Wiltse was a brown belt NoGi world champion in 2019, actually got promoted to a black belt on the podium after taking gold there, and this an opportunity. Of course, no world NoGi championships this year, but the Pan NoGi, I think people are they're looking at it with the same kind of pair of eyes, and you know, especially the guys who were active last year. I know yourself, you were signed up to compete at one point, right, Kendall?
I was, and I was very excited to compete. Some tough girls have showed up by a bit of an injury, so taking a step back right now, but enjoying being in a bit of a different seat.